I'm sorry. Take them. I was only 7, but I remember thinking that everything in the world was standing still. Eva Hart, a Titanic survivor. First, we're going to talk about the history of the Titanic and then how it sank. Hartland and Wolff didn't focus on speed when designing the Titanic. He's focused on luxury and size. The design process started in 1907 because of competition in Olympic liners. The Titanic took approximately 3 years to build, and construction started on March 31st, 1909. It took $7,500,000 to build. With 3,000 men working on the Titanic, it was 882 feet long by 92 feet wide, and 8 men were killed during the construction process. 3,000 rivets were used in constructing the Titanic. With a 4-man crew, they could only do 200 rivets a day when the weather permitted. The Titanic was so big, you would think it could accommodate a lot of people, but it didn't. It only accommodated 3,547 at maximum capacity. April 14th, 1912, the 706 survivors will never forget that day. People thought the quality of the materials was the reason that the Titanic sank. Researchers have studied pieces of the hull in ice-cold water, and it shattered when hammered. The rivets were all different materials, mostly steel and iron. But when studied by researchers, they found that the rivets contained slag, which is a matter separated during the reduction of metal from its ore. When the Titanic was set sail April 10th, 2,200 people were on board, including passengers and crew. More than 1,500 died when the ship sank. Blame was put on the captain, E.J. Smith, for traveling at 22 knots in an ocean in the dark with the risk of ice. They still don't have the exact reason that the Titanic sank, but many people are working on theories. That wasn't...
Show your thing.
Oh. I forgot about this. When the Titanic was hit on the iceberg, it hit the side, and it popped the rivets out of the boat, out of the hull. Oh, and then it broke in half at an 11-degree angle, and then sank to the bottom of the ocean. It sank 2.5 miles down, but now it lays at like 12,000 feet on the bottom of the North Atlantic Ocean. And it took like 7 years for them to find the remains of the Titanic. And there's 4 smokestacks. And it was 12 stories tall. But yeah, that's the Titanic. Yeah.